que ole, chingones y chingonas. I always forget. There it is. Booyah, baby. All right, man, we got a lot to get into. Also, it's fight night tomorrow, but we got a lot to get into. There's a lot going on in the sport of boxing. So let's bring in El Gran Chingon, El Mero Mero, coming from Florida, Mr. David Contreras.
Hey, ¿qué pasó, Cholo? I don't know if you know, but I got my Canelo hat on. Hey, brother, I never wear a hat, but you know what? Tomorrow's a big fight. I got the Canelo hat on, Listo, para pegarle duro.
You know what, David? Let me ask you. I'm going to put you a little bit on the spot. Can you grow hair or ya estás pelón?
No, you know what? When I was about 30, how old was I? I married my wife at 35, 33. About 38 years old, it started coming off, just right here in the middle. And you know what? I told the Lord, I looked up to heaven, I go, let me help you out. And I just got a shaver, took it out and started shaving it. Y ya estuvo. You know what I mean? I'm never going to be that Charlie Brown. You ever seen those idiots? A little bit of pelito here, pelito. No. ¿Sabes qué? Let me help you. And it was over. Ya estuvo. You know what I mean? It's over. But yeah, I got hair on the sides, but you know what? It's done, man. It is what it is.
Orale. Hey, the scientist, the doctor, man, of boxing will be joining us in just a minute. He's running a little bit late. Before we get going, I definitely want to send a big gracias to Mr. David Martinez from DM Boxing.
Bravo.
Yeah, great gentleman. He keeps sending me a lot of his articles, and I am going to start doing a little bit of things with some of his articles right here on this channel. So gracias to Mr. David Martinez.
Hey, brother, I have this one that just came in also. The greatest boxers of Mexico and Europe and United Kingdom. This dude is awesome. David Martinez, my respect to you, brother. My respect. Great guy.
I'll tell you, man. I don't read much, like reading too much, but I force myself to read. I read a chapter of the Bible almost every night, and I read all his articles because it's just so it's captivating, man. The man is very knowledgeable. All right, let's say what's up to JC Andres. David's got house arrest. We're gonna get into that. Vince Gule up there in Gilroy. David, you ever been to Gilroy, California?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I just got back from Gilroy last week from the what is it called? It's the capital of the world. The
garlic.
Yeah, last week I went by there, literally driving by, you could smell it. Yeah. Gilroy's nice. I like Gilroy.
Yeah. Saludos to everybody. Let's bring in my boy who just cannot wait to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. From Mike Angelino Boxing One, Mr. Mike Zavala.
Puro Canelo, number one pound for pound. The cash cow, the number uno. It's gonna get a sensational knockout tomorrow, baby. Let's go. I'm gonna.
Mike.
What's up, babe? What's up, Dave?
What's up, brother? Vanessa, Mike, what's going on, big dog? Man, I cannot wait to get into a lot of these topics with you guys. All right. Look, gentlemen, let's just get going, okay? We're definitely going to get into the fight tomorrow. We're definitely 100% going to get into it, but there's a lot going on in boxing. Just real quick, what's up, JM Ortega? Just real quick, because there's a lot of news stories that we got to touch on, but just real quick, let's touch on William El Camarón Zepeda. Yeah, I talked about it a little bit earlier in the week. I don't know what I really learned. Did he learn anything in this fight? No, I don't think so. I never liked the matchup, but I guess they had to do something. And I guess just as a consolation prize, the vato staying busy. Did this fight really do anything? No, but it kept them busy. But David, I mean, how say you on that fight?
You know what, brother? I love Camarón Cepeda. When I had my other show, Roberto Diaz, 2 years ago, when I asked him, I go, hey, listen, who's up and coming? Camarón was his number one pick. Y sabes que he goes, he's a future world champion. And without a doubt, I believe he is, without a doubt, a future world champion. And I just think he needs one or two more fights. And then I want to see him fight Shaquille, or I want to see him fight one of the champions. And I think he's going to be a great representative of the raza. Give him two more not hard fight, or not two more good fights, and I see him being a world champion without a doubt.
Before I go to Mike, 2 more fights like this one that he just had?
No. Two additional. You know who I'd like to see him fight? What's the name of that youngster that fought Loma? I'd like to see him fight him. Jermaine Ortiz.
Okay, Jermaine Ortiz. Or I'd like to see him fight Robert Garcia's guy. What's his name? Also a future world champion. You know what I'm talking about, Mikey. Morataya. I like to see him fight Morataya. Okay. Morataya, Jermaine, before he goes up against Stevenson or before he goes against Loma. Those two would be great fights. They're not going to be easy fights, but those would be great fights. Okay. Mikey, how say you?
Yeah, man. I mean, I like El Camarón, but I have to keep it real. I keep it real with when Canelo fought Khan. When Canelo was with Golden Boy, I was in a big Canelo fight. After Golden Boy, Canelo became the man, the pound for pound uno. With Tank Davis and stuff like that. According to my research, you guys could, if you guys could back me up on this, he fought a 130 pounder. They moved him up to 135 to get a sensational knockout. The kid from where's he from? Is your favorite fighter, David? From where's he from? From the Angels, where the Angels are from. He just got a crazy knockout. He knocked out
Alexis de Rocha.
Yeah, Rocha knocked out a new guy too, man. Like it's just like I get it. When we talk to Guru, I get it now. It's just to keep that in people's minds, and it gets embedded in your brain. Now we're talking. Did you see the knockout? The average Joe doesn't really know. Even us, sometimes we forget. We don't know the who is he guy? Where's he from? It's a 130 pounder. He knocked him out to the body. He looks sensational. Now we got the conversation going on that, hey, versus Shakur Steven. What if he fights Tank? What if this is so? I know what they're doing, but what the Golden Boy's doing, but I didn't like that. But we didn't learn anything yet. We didn't really learn anything.
Yeah, but you know what, Cholo? You know what? Real quick, I don't mean to jump in, but I want to answer a little bit of Mike's question. The bad part about all this, the equation is he's fighting for Golden Boy. And you know what? I don't see Golden Boy putting him against Jermaine Ortiz. Jermaine Ortiz just signed with Top Rank. I don't see him putting him in with this guy Murataya, even though I think Murataya, correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, I think he fights for Top Rank also. Correct?
Oh, he's Top Rank?
I think not so. Sure. Maybe not. But I don't see. Yeah, I don't see Golden Boy. I see Golden Boy basically holding him back like he's doing with Virgil Ortiz, like he's doing with Jaime Munguia and so many others, you know?
You know what? You just got me started, David. Now I got to go off on a rant, man. You know what? I'm telling you, Golden Boy is burying his fighters, man. You got a lot of Mexicano fighters in the sport of boxing, Holmes. In the sport of boxing, it should be easy to promote. Zurdo Ramirez, Munguia, who we're going to touch on in a bit, Camarón Zepeda, Virgil Ortiz, and more guys. It's boxing, Holmes. Yeah. Just being Mexican helps you in the sport of boxing. Let's be real. Yeah. Okay, if you're African-American, if you're Boricua, if you're Irish, if you're Chicano or Mexicano, that helps you being promoted in the sport of boxing. If you're from like New Zealand or something, you're going to have a tough time. You know, even before Manny Pacquiao paved the way for Filipinos, because before Manny Pacquiao, nobody could really name Filipino fighters. Nobody really cared about Filipino fighters. Manny Pacquiao started paving that way for Filipinos to be starting to get recognized. But you're raza, you got Mexicans, you got Chicanos, man. How are these guys not stars? Some of these fools, man, like Zurdo and Munguia, got over 40 fights. How come these guys are not stars?
Exactly. Yeah.
Hey man, De La Hoya, you're blowing it, dog. You're blowing it, man. You're just I don't know, man. I've had it with De La Hoya, man. It sucks because I really loved De La Hoya when I was a kid, man. But hey, man, De La Hoya, this one's for you right here.
But see, that's what happens every time you do coke, man. That's what happens. I swear to God.
Hey, wait a minute, man.
Every time,
every time I do coke, you get on that every time I do coke.
That's right, man. It goes straight to your brain, man, and messes it up, man. You're not going to have a brain no more.
That's a great one. Hey, Ed, you know what? He screwed up De La Hoya too, and also Eric Gomez. Why did they fire Roberto Diaz? Roberto Diaz he's probably one of the best in our generation matchmakers, and they get rid of him. You know, he was starting to build up. So they need to bring Roberto Diaz back, or somebody needs to hire him so we could see the great matches that he actually produced for us.
I mean,
and Dave and Ed, just real quick, just to add to Cholo's rant. Yeah, it's De La Hoya, but it's all of them. Look at what happened to Terrence Crawford. He never fought nobody. He was top ranked. Look what happened. Look what happens to the Al Heyman's fighters. They only fight each other, and they don't take the. Finally, Ryan Garcia had to sell himself and fight at 136 catch weight with a rehydration clause to make that fight with Tank. Tank always fight. He doesn't fight nobody. Tank fights also when he's with the Mayweather. I don't know if he all his fights is with like cheap guys, except for Pitbull Cruz and maybe one more, but they all do it, man. That's why I don't know. Sometimes I get frustrated with the sport, man.
I agree with you to a certain extent, though, Mikey. I agree with you,
Yeah.
but to a certain extent, because PBC, while I don't like it, while I don't like Al Heyman, why I don't like that these guys are not fighting better competition, they do a little bit of a better job to making these guys more household names. Nobody really knows Zurdo too much, and this guy, he's got, I don't know, he's got what, 44 fights, like. How come nobody knows this Vato, dog? This guy, nobody knows. And by the way, I don't even really like Zurdo. I don't think he's that great of a fighter. He's just big and he's a southpaw. That is it. Thus his name Zurdo. Now, Virgil Ortiz, these guys need to be promoted a heck of a lot better, man. I don't get it what De La Hoya is doing, man. Speaking on Ryan, let's move on to Ryan. See, Ryan promotes himself. Yes, he's under Golden Boy, but he promotes himself. Like him or hate him, whatever, he promotes himself. He made himself popular. He doesn't need Golden Boy. He could go anywhere and be popular, whether anybody thinks he's a great fighter or not. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about promotion. All right, we got a lot of news here. One of them being Ryan Garcia. I came on earlier and I said, look, the very next day of the fight, they told me that they're done with Joe Goosen, that they're going to fire Joe Goosen that Monday, which was last Monday, not the Monday that just passed, last Monday. But Bobby and everybody said, hey, don't say nothing, though. Let the family. And then they waited a whole week for them to announce it. But Goosen is gone. I know people are saying, like, hey, why is he blaming Goosen? I never heard Ryan Garcia blame Joe Goosen. He just they just said they're going a different direction. David, does this make a difference?
You know what? I don't think so. But before we talk about Goosen, let me just answer one question. He not only had to get rid of Goosen, he has to get rid of Golden Boy. He has to go on his own, or he needs to go with Matchroom. He needs to go somewhere else. I don't see Golden Boy pushing for him. I mean, look at the press conference. Him making those lies that they wanted to kill him. There's no safer place in the world than in a ring with cameras and everybody looking at you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So what's somebody going to be with a sniper rifle up on top? If they don't do it to Trump, if they don't do it to presidents, they're going to do it to Oscar de la Hoya. It's too much coke, Holmes. It's too much coke. You know what I mean? It's paranoia. It's paranoia.
Wow.
You know,
every time you do coke, that's what happens. Every time you do coke,
you
man.
get paranoid. That's right. Or too much weed. You know, one of the two. You know.
Hey, De La Hoya saying instead of scouting talent, he's scouting his next pair of stilettos.
Oh my God!
I mean, well, look at the way he was dressed. You know.
My goodness, man, I don't believe it.
Golden Boy.
David, what was it, like 2 weeks ago on our Spanish channel? I want to say it here. If I were Oscar, because people were talking about, oh man, you know what, things can get hectic with Tank's camp, and they're known to start fights and everything. I'm not a billionaire, so maybe if I were, I could probably understand having security and saying I don't need to be there. But where I stand right now, that gives me more of a reason to be there and not leave my young fighter.
Exactly.
There.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
That's if I had millions or $1 billion, maybe I'd feel comfortable to having security that are ex-military, whatever, and say like, they got it. But I don't know, man. Is there something inside of me that says, you know what? That's more of a reason for me to be there.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that he needs to fire or get Lupe, his Valencia, his great attorney. get him to find a loophole. There's loopholes in everything. Look at Tank. Well, I know we're going to talk about him. There's loopholes in everything. He needs to get out of Golden Boy. He needs to either go on his own, like Floyd Mayweather did, Mikey Garcia, Canelo, and so many others. Do that. Is a coach going to make a difference? I don't think so, Ed. And because I'm the firm believer, I'm probably one of the only ones. He gave up, brother. He gave up. And like Mikey says, Big G says, once you give up once, you're going to do it again. If there is going to be a change, I would like to see, what's the name of the guy we were talking about, Cholo, before?
Teddy Atlas.
Teddy Atlas. I think Teddy Atlas is the only one that might be able to kick him in the ass, slap him a couple of times, tell him the house is on fire for him to get off his ass and fight right. Other than that, no, he's going to give up again.
Oh, man.
Hey, Mikey, go for it, big dog.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, he needs to go back to the basics. And the only person that could take him back to the basics from square one is Teddy Atlas. Oh, man, he'll get on his ass. Boot camp. Oh, man.
Cachetada.
Yeah, he needs that, which is not going to happen. And we talked about it last time, too. He needs an African-American coach. He needs to learn how to box. He needs to be defensive first, then offensive. He's not Mexican style. He's not a banger. He doesn't fight in the inside. He doesn't have huevotes. Doesn't have big balls on deck, like per se, what they say. He's not Mexican style. He needs that American style, that African-American style, that slickness, and moves to the side, uses his jab. David Haney, if he could go train with his dad and fight like David Haney, Ryan Garcia has the tools to even look better than David Haney. The only thing that you can't teach is heart. And I'm sorry, Ed. I know Bobby, he comes to the show. We got love for him. But like Dave said, I think he quit, bro. Once you quit, it's going to be easier the second time, the third time. And only time will tell. We'll see when the going gets tough and this next fight, if he ever gets a tough fight or he gets hurt or something, if he quits, I told you so. Big G told you so. Big Dave told you so. You know what I mean?
Yeah. JC, Teddy Atlas wants to put water in the basement. That's one of his things. Every time you work the body, Teddy Atlas is, work the body. Put some water in the basement. Yeah. I would love to see it. You know what will be golden TV? And I'm being serious about this. If Ryan Garcia chooses Teddy Atlas, make that a reality TV. Always have a camera there at the gym. It would be something like Hell's Kitchen. You know what it would be like? You guys remember the movie Full Metal Jacket with the drill sergeant and Private Pio? I would love that. He's weighing some options out, man. He's in talks with Eddie Reynoso again. I don't know. Like we'll see what happens. But I'm kind of with you guys, man. I run like 5Ks, 10Ks, and stuff like that. I haven't done it in a minute, but I'm gonna do another one soon. And I tell everybody when they haven't ran, I said, don't stop. If you want to slow down, but don't stop running. Don't walk. Keep running. Again, if you want to slow down, but keep walking. Keep running. Keep a nice little jog. Because once you stop, I guarantee you're going to stop again. You're going to end up stopping like 3 times. In this one run, you stop once, you're going to stop about 2 more times. So I completely get what you guys are saying, man. So, yeah, I at the same time, I'm going to give the kid just one more chance. Here's why. Okay, here's why. The rehydration, the catch weight, and knowing before the fight, I got word that he had to run Friday night to make the second weigh-in. So just knowing that, I'm like, all right. May said, okay, 140 is it. But again, I don't know. I'm not holding too much high hopes with it. So, a ver qué pasa, man. Again, the coach isn't going to make it. He has to make it. And, the coach can do so much. Pero, pues bueno, we'll see what's up with that. Hey, let's talk about his opponent that he just fought, Tank. We knew that he had a court date coming up. We knew that he was in a little bit of hot water. David, can you enlighten us what went down with him?
Yeah, they gave him 90 days. They gave him, I think, 3 years prison suspension, 3 years probation, and they gave him 90-day home confinement. What he's going to do, he's going to move into, I believe, Calvin Ford. That's his coach's name.
Calvin Ford, yeah.
He's gonna, because Calvin Ford actually has a house there in Baltimore. I don't see him living at his house. I see him renting a mansion over there, but he has to stay, I think, within the county of where the incident occurred, where he was convicted on, and he pled guilty to a felony, another felony, and 90-day home care. He has to stay at his house, but home arrest. But he's also fighting the other, which turned into a misdemeanor in Florida. Remember, right before the Garcia fight, he had gotten arrested. Well, they filed charges on that, but it's only a misdemeanor, so he has that hanging over his head. Now he has this felony. If I were him, dude, I would stop all that bullshit that he's involved in and really follow the law to the letter, because now with a felony conviction, dude, next time he does anything stupid like that, he's going away. He also paid, there was 3 victims. He paid 2 of the victims off. I don't know how much money, but he must have paid a lot. And the 3rd victim is suing him now in civil court. That's the lady that was pregnant, that he basically said bye to, that was stuck inside the car with her baby.
So, and that's civil?
Yes. Well, because he pled guilty to that as a criminal court. So now she's going after his millions. She is going after his millions. He pled guilty for that hit and run. She was a victim. He pled guilty to that. So now she's suing him civilly. The other 2 victims, there was 3. He already paid them off.
Do we know how much she's trying to get out of them?
Well, dude, I'm sure she's going to try to get 10 million, 8 million, as much as she can.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a number now, but I'm sure that she has some pretty high power attorneys. He's going to end up paying $3 to $4 million. Mark my words. He's going to end up paying $3 to $4 million. We're not going to hear about it, but it's just going to go away. He'll never have to testify.
And that's in Florida, right? That one?
No, this one is the one in Baltimore. There was 3 victims.
Okay.
This is the one in Baltimore. There was 3 victims in the hit and run. 2, he paid off already. 1, she's now going to sue him for civil court.
Yeah, she's going to go to court, man, in a wheelchair, dressed up like a mummy.
Oh, no doubt, man.
Man. She's just saying like, hey, listen, I wasn't even pregnant. He knocked me up during this time. I need child support. Oh man, she's gonna take him to the cleaners.
Oh, yeah.
Mikey, what do you make about his troubles, man? His legal issues?
Yeah, I just got a little bit of it. I didn't get the details like Dave, but there was a little interview, and he says they asked him, "Do you drink?" And they asked him, "I don't drink no more, man. When I was drinking, I was a different man. It was like 2 different types of tanks. Sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I can't control myself, sometimes just violent." And he said, I'm done with the drinking. I don't know, because he was gonna go to court, or maybe he has to change your heart, and he knows que la está regando, dude. Like, dude, what are you doing, dude? You just made a big payday, and you have a big name. And he's gonna throw it all away, or he's throwing it all away just for being stupid, dude. You know what I mean? That's all I got.
But we knew he wasn't gonna get locked up, right? David, did you ever think that he was actually gonna see some time encerrado?
No, the reason why I say no is because he pled guilty, so they had to make a deal. Okay. And the deal was probation, house arrest, if anything, like Mayweather, he did 90 days, something like that, in the county jail, not in the Pinta, in the county jail, if that. But you know what? There was a plea deal before the fight, so he knew it was probably going to be house arrest.
Okay. I like when Mayweather did his 90 days, and he came out, man, talking about
being in prison. Remember
he came out sounding like little puppet. You know what it was like in there, man?
Dude, he was in protective custody, and this morro, they would have put him in protective custody too, because you know what? Yeah. No matter who he is, how tough he is, there's always somebody bigger, and they would have punked him for his money. I don't care who he is.
Yeah. He when he came out, man, he started talking.
Yeah, with Chingones. I did
that, man. He was Santana and stuff, man. Like, man, Hey, what's up,
Yeah.
Pete Town? House arrest at Calvin
Hey,
Ford's house.
what's up, my
Yeah,
brother?
it's not really much of a punishment. I mean,
No
he's
punishment at all, brother.
yeah.
No
I
punishment.
mean, so what? He's not gonna
Money
be able to.
talks, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's not
money
gonna go
talks.
out clubbing for a while, whatever.
Yeah.
It's not it's house arrest. That's fine, man. But
But
the
you
civil
know
suit,
what, Ed? Ed, you know what? He's gonna fuck up again. He's gonna screw up again. Mark
probably.
my words. Mark my words, brother. He's
Probably.
gonna end up doing something stupid again, and then they're really gonna go after him like they did with Mike Tyson. They'll give him 3 years in the pinta because you know what? He's his worst enemy. I mean, I don't want him to like the kid, but you know what? You know, patterns of behavior don't change, and this Vato is not changing, man. You know.
Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I will say this. I know we're turning into lawyers here, but I will say this. I think this civil suit is going to get him in the ring more because if this Hannah's going to get something, she's going to get a lot of money off of him. This is going to bring him back into the ring. I was saying like, hey, you know what? We might not see him for the rest of the year. I'm changing my mind now because if she takes him to the ringer, which I believe she's going to, we're gonna see him in the ring pretty fast to make some more.
I agree with Vince. You're absolutely right. Yes.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but yeah, probably, man.
Yeah,
Probably. What's up? Chucky loves boxing. All right, so you know, I don't want to turn this into like I want to turn this into like a long show, man. Yeah. Happy Cinco de Enero. I don't want to turn this into a
Hey, I'm laughing at JC. Se lo van a coger en la pinta.
That's funny.
I don't want to turn this to a law show, but it is a fighter. Let's talk about it real quick. Deontay Wilder was out in LA, man. It was after 1 o'clock in the morning. He got pulled over apparently for having all the windows limo tint, which is illegal. I don't know if it's illegal in every state.
It's legal now, supposedly.
Is it? To have I don't know about having limo tint in your front windows. Maybe it is.
I don't know about the front. No, yeah, not the front. The sides and everything.
So he had all of them pitch black with the limo tint. They pulled him over. It was after 1 o'clock in the morning. It smelled of Yesca, and they found a firearm in there. Apparently, he's looking to fight Deontay. I'm sorry. Apparently, there's talks about him fighting AJ Styles.
AJ Styles? That's a dope name.
Shout out to all the junkies. Hey, shout out to all the junkies out there. Check me out on Wrestling Rehab, man, so we can talk about wrestling.
AJ Styles.
To fight AJ in December. I don't know. David, you're in law, man. Does this hold any weight? Can this guy see any time?
No, man. First of all, that was the officer's PC, the tinted windows. That was a reason for the stop. Once they stopped him, they probably asked him, "You have any weapons?" He probably said yes, because he's probably from Baltimore, wherever he's from. It's probably legal there. Wherever he's from, it's probably legal. Here in Florida, to carry CCW, he says yes. They take him out of the car. They find the weapon on him. It's a misdemeanor. It's a slap in the wrist. I'm surprised they took him in. Usually they'll just cite him. But you know what? That's all they got him for. It's a slap in the wrist. Nothing heavy.
Yeah. Mikey, you think this affects should they
Alabama.
make a fight with AJ?
No.
I don't think so. You know, like Dave said, I made the connection right now with Dave said. He's from Alabama. Over there you can carry, open carry. He's in LA. LA is very dangerous, man. It's super dangerous right now. And one of his comments was that I'd rather get caught with it than without it. And it's true, man. LA is super dangerous right now. And hey, man, he had a strap with him, and he'd rather take that gamble of having with it than not having it. So slap on the wrist. He's still gonna fight.
Yeah.
I think the only thing is what Pete Town is saying. They found possession of weed, but weed used to be
legal.
It's legal.
Yeah,
weed
used to be a little bit more harsh before. Now, if he was inebriated while driving, maybe there's something there. But I don't. What's up, Dos Matador? Cartoa Cafe, Cule.
But in California, weed's legal. So even if they found 6 pounds on him, who cares? It's legal.
No, it's
right?
legal, but if he was high and driving, though.
Oh, high driving and the gun, maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, if he wasn't,
maybe there might be something there. But I think he, Wilder was twerking. He was twerking in the street. What do you think? Should Reynoso? We talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
There's talks. I don't know if he's going to or not. We'll see.
Too much drama. Too much drama. Canelo needs to be focused. He took an L by Bivol. Imagine this guy comes back and then he starts talking, and I bet you Canelo's gonna tell Reynoso, "No, man, we need to be focused. This guy's gonna bring more attention, bad, negative vibes." No, man, Canelo needs to get over that hump versus Bivol, and I don't think he's gonna say no. He bit the hand that fed him. In other words,
could be, man, could be. Hey guys, Jaime Munguia is coming back. Oh, he is back, man, and he is gonna get in there against Sergey Devinchenko. Mikey, talk to us about this, man, because I'm thinking about going to the fight, Holmes.
Oh yeah, we talked about it, huh? That we're gonna, everyone's invited, and we're gonna do a little kickback. Another fight that we know Jaime Munguia is gonna win. Devinchenko was good once upon a time versus Triple G. That was a long time ago. Charlo dominated him, made him look bad, and he's done, dude. I mean, I think Munguia is talented. He hasn't fought anybody to back up my case, but I think if this is a showcase fight, Munguia should win it. Easy work. Great. He's gonna use his jab and just fucking beat it and put hands on him. This isn't the fight I want. It's the Charlo fight that we want. Once again, Golden Boy's not giving us the fight we want. So, yeah, that's what I think about.
Hey, Pete Town, I think you're right, man. I think you can only carry so much. I'm not a weed smoker, so I'm not really too up on the laws of weed, but I think there is only so much you can carry with you. What's up, D-Style? Carlos Zamora, Pastor, how you doing, sir? Orale, man. We got Black and Brown Boxing up in here. What's up, big dog? Hope everything's going good for you up there in Sacramento. David, Jaime Munguia versus Sergey Devinchenko. You down with this fight?
I like it. You know what? I think Devinchenko is probably the best that Jaime Munguia has ever fought as of yet. I see Munguia winning, but I see, like Mike said, it's a segue into Charlo. You know, but I think he is. I mean, look at his track record, who he's fought. I think Devinchenko, I mean, please name somebody else that's better than him that he's fought. So I think that he's the best that he's fought. I think Munguia is going to win, but I think it's going to segue into Charlo. There's no excuses for Charlo anymore. And you know what? Now, is Munguia going back? He's fighting at 168 on this fight. So he's going up. They're both going to 168. Is he going to go back down to 160 to fight for the belts? Do we know?
That I don't know. But okay, here's what I will say. All right. People can trash this fight, and that's fine. Look, I'll trash Munguia's career because his career is trash. I don't know how many fights he has. I think he has well over 40 fights. I went on a rant earlier, man, about Golden Boy not promoting these dudes, and these are Mexican fighters. You should be able to promote them fine, man. But instead, you know, De La Hoya is over there, man, dressing up in freaking see-through fishnets and his tight-ass leather pants and stuff, man. I don't know what's up with that dude, man. Munguia should be a star, and he's not. He's just not. This is the level of fight for Munguia. Unfortunately, I don't think Munguia is that great of a fighter. Do I want to see him with? Yeah, I think this is actually a good fight. Not because this is a fight that I really want to see. Mikey, I'm with you. Do I want to see him fight Jamal Charlo? Yes. What D-Style is saying right here is true. He hasn't fought in I don't know how long, 700 days. I don't know what Jamal Charlo is doing. I really don't, man. Yeah. Apparently, he is coming back sometime this year. But we all know, man, everybody keeps on talking about, oh, this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen, oh, these fights are gonna happen. And we all know, man, what is boxing? Boxing is la mentirosa, man.
Right now you're just a liar, a straight mentirosa. Today you tell me something, y mañana es otra cosa.
That's
good, man.
That's
Okay.
boxing. Boxing is a straight mentirosa. But I do like this fight. Do I think Munguia is gonna win? They're not gonna do any favors. None. Zero for Derenchenko. Derenchenko has to win by knockout, man. They're not gonna give him this fight. But I think Munguia is on the level of a washed up Sergey Derenchenko.
Wow.
I think he's better. I think he's better, but not by much. Not by much. But is it going to be an entertaining fight? I think it is. And that speaks volumes.
Good fight.
Yeah. That speaks volumes to me on where Jaime Munguia is with his freaking with his 40+ pathetic ass record, which is complete garbage, man. Complete garbage. Does not even come close to what Canelo's record was when he had 40+ fights, man. It is trash, dog. Unfortunately, it's a good fight because I think they're somewhere on the same level, man.
And just go ahead,
brother.
Oh, just the triangle theory, just the theory, but yeah, and we're gonna see the measuring stick because Charlo dominated Derenchenko, and eventually we're talking about Charlo versus Munguia. So let's see how Munguia does if he dominates him or even knocks him out. So we're gonna see who beat him up, or who put better work, who made him look bad. You know what I mean? So it's the triangle theory. I know that it's just a theory, and you shouldn't bring that up, but we still like doing that. But look what Charlo did. But look what Munguia did. So yeah, we're gonna look at this fight. We might be at the fight, and we're gonna see how he does. And does he perform better than Charlo did when he fought Derenchenko? Because Charlo dominated.
You know, Munguia is 41-0. He lost 2 fights. I've seen every one of Munguia's fights. The fight that I know that he lost was against Takeshi Inoue. Dude, that was a gift to Munguia. And the fight after that against Dennis Hogan, without a doubt, he lost that fight. And that was another gift. You know what I mean? Dude, it was in Monterrey. I remember watching it going, are you kidding me? Unanimous decision? Dude, he lost both of those fights, and it was a gift. Other than that, I agree with you, Ed. He's fought nothing but individuals that we knew he was going to win. But those 2 were a gift to Munguia.
Yeah. That's why I don't think this dude's ever gonna be a star, man.
No.
Can he beat Charlo? Maybe. If that's the first fight that Charlo comes back to, which I don't think is gonna happen. But that's a good fight as well, because honestly, I think Charlo kind of sucks.
I mean,
I don't think he's
Charlo. They're both mensos, dude.
Yeah. Hey guys, before we tap into the fight that's going on tomorrow, let's talk a little bit about this. So it's ordered for Danny Garcia to be fighting Elisdandi Lara. What do you guys make of this fight? Again, Garcia wasn't even a big dude for 147. So I don't know why I'll just pass it to you, Mikey. What do you make of this fight, man?
Yeah, he's gonna fight Lara, a Cuban southpaw. Oh man, he's gonna move and move and move and move. I know Lara's a little older, but he's been looking good. He's been looking good, right? If I'm not mistaken. He knocked someone out. I forgot. I gotta go back to the tapes, go back to it. But yeah, Danny Garcia is not a 154-pounder. He's flat-footed, dude. I don't see him cutting ring, setting traps. I don't. This guy's gonna give him. The Cuban's gonna give him a boxing lesson. He's not. Garcia's gonna lose.
Mike, they're fighting at 160.
They're fighting at 160.
They're fighting at 160. Yeah, they're fighting at 160 for the belt. At 160.
God. Jesus Christ!
For Triple G's belt.
Oh my God! What's going on with boxing, dude? Jesus Christ! Oh my God! All right, cut. Put the marijuana. And Jesus Christ, dude.
David, what do you make of this fight, man? Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia is probably more of a 140 pounder. He is, to me, he's barely a 147 pounder.
Yeah.
But this 160. David, what do you make of this?
Man, there's some great fighters at 160. I don't have the list here, but that deserve that fight, have been fighting at 160. True 160 fighters that would give Lara a great fight. I mean, if Jaime Munguia would stay at 160, that would have been a good fight. You know what I mean? But bringing up Danny Garcia, one fight at 157, bringing him up to 160, dude, come on, it's a joke, man.
At 154, he fought at 154.
Yeah, one at 154. You know, his whole career 147 or 140, 147, one at 150 at 54, and now at 160 for a world championship, Triple G's former belt. Dude, it's a joke.
It's a joke.
D-Style, he says he's gonna still be listening, but he's going out for a run. D-Style, let me tell you this, man. Yeah. I to help you run, I saw it in the movie Kickboxer. They put a piece of raw meat on Jean-Claude Van Damme, and he went out for a run so the dog could chase him. So if you get tired, make sure you put a piece of meat, Holmes, on the side. D-Style says yes at 160. Let me tell you guys this, man. This is the end of Danny Garcia. Angel Garcia, when he sees this, Angel Garcia cannot stop talking. He can't stop talking. And it makes it exciting. I'm not going to lie, man. I do like hearing him talk masa. Lara, I don't care how old he is. He is going to beat the dog doo-doo out of Danny Garcia, man. And if I were Lara, as soon as I'm done with him, I would just stare at Angel Garcia. As a matter of fact, when I have Danny Garcia beating him up in the corner, I'll be looking at Angel Garcia. I don't know, man. This is terrible for Danny Garcia, man.
It is,
I think this is it. I think he's involved in the music business, so I think this is it for Danny Garcia, man. And I really had high hopes for him years ago. I kind of liked him, but man, I don't know what's going on with this guy. But hey, man, Lada's gonna tear him apart, man. He's gonna kill him. David, are we going to see Ben Gay on another appearance? Hey guys, tomorrow is the return of Canelo. There's a full undercard. Some of it seems okay. I don't know if you guys know this. I haven't heard anybody bring this up. It's kind of a weird time. It starts at 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. That's kind of a little bit of an odd time. It's not that crazy, but it's a little bit of an odd time. Is there anything on the undercard that's capturing your guys's capturing your eyes? I know Julio Cesar Martinez is fighting, which he's always fun to watch. I like watching him fight, but the guy can't box. He could fight, but he can't box, man. The guy's exciting to watch, but nothing really that's capturing my attention to be like, all right, you know. And I get it, man. It's in Guadalajara. It's in Mexico. It's Canelo's return. I heard D-Style mention that this fight is not for anybody. This fight is for himself, for his state, for Guadalajara, to do it for them. And I get it. You know, it's a mandatory. Mikey, how say you on this fight, carnal?
Yeah, man, I'm excited. It's a homecoming Guadalajara. Oh, man, the stars, Peso Pluma, is the upcoming mega superstar is coming up. He's going to be his special guest. I don't know if you guys know who he is. Check him out. He's the next biggest thing out of Mexico, corridos and reggaeton. Oh, man, he's fire. So Canelo's going to bring him as a special guest. Man, I see this fight. Ryder's a banger, man. He's a southpaw. He's a banger. We're going to see how Canelo, all the things we talk about, other things I talk about, how your footwork, your positioning. When you have your foot in the inside, you have to loop your shot. When you have the foot in the outside, you got to throw it straight. You're going to see all that when the master gets to go out to work. Canelo's going to do all the little things I talk about. He's going to do it. So that's why I'm waiting for that, to cut the tape and do little videos. Is Canelo hand gonna? This guy's gonna come forward just like James Kirkland. James Kirkland was a southpaw and he was a banger. So we're gonna see Canelo on the inside. Hope he doesn't hurt his hand. He needs a sensational knockout. We could get all this crap people are saying that he's not the face of boxing. He's not pound for pound. Oh, he's old already. So he needs a sensational knockout. He's at home, Guadalajara, all eyes on him like Tupac. He's gonna get a knockout. I called it.
One of the good knockouts was Canelo on James Kirkland. He made him do the spin-a-rooney, Holmes.
James Brown, man.
Peso Pluma was at the Tonight Show. I don't know who Peso Pluma is.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know who he is either.
He's fired. He's
is he really?
He's like, he's the next. He's the next. What's that Puerto Rican? He's everywhere. The Puerto Rican reggaeton singer. He surpassed Bad Bunny. He's the next Bad Bunny, but Mexican, dude.
Really?
Corrido, yeah, dude. But this is a new style corrido. It's crazy, dude. You guys should check him out. Oh yeah.
Okay.
And the reason why I know Bad Bunny is because he has a match at Backlash tomorrow night. I got two things going on, man. Plus the Laker game, plus the Dodgers.
I know. Man, it's on.
It's crazy. Hey,
UFC.
Hey, David, how do you? By the way, man, at the tailgate, we'll bump. What's his name? Peso Pluma.
Peso Pluma.
At the tailgate at the Munguia fight.
Okay.
David, what's up with this fight tomorrow, carnal?
You know what? Before we talk about the fight that I want to see also is this guy Alexander. I can't pronounce his last name, but he was the world champion at 175. He fought Beater Beef, and then he retired after that. He came back and actually sparred Canelo, got him ready for Vivol, and now they're good friends. That's why now he's being trained by Eddie Reynoso. He's still young enough. I'm looking forward to seeing him fight because you know what? He was a banger when he did fight, and now with Eddie Reynoso, I just want to see his style, if it's more Mexican style, and how much it's changed. That's going to be a good fight. How do you pronounce his last name? You guys remember?
It's like Vozdek or John.
Alexander Govdik, Gvozdyk.
He's the trainer with Robert Garcia in Oxnard. And then Robert Garcia moved to Riverside, and he left the Russians with his friend, and he stayed. And he was, out of all those Russians, it was him that was coming in. He was getting crazy knockouts. And then he faced Better Beef, and Better Beef knocked him out, dude. But he went with Teddy Atlas, and then because I guess he wanted to learn more, and then he fought the Russian, and he knocked him out, and then we didn't hear from him again. And now he's trained by Reynoso. So yeah, man, that's fire. I'm gonna keep my eye on that, Dave, for sure.
It's gonna be a good fight. It's the fourth fight.
Yeah. Hey, Cortura, I don't know what the odds are, but it wouldn't hurt to put, like $30 on John Ryder. Yeah, I'm sure the odds. I'm sure the odds are like this, man. So I mean, if you put just a few bucks, I'm sure you're gonna come up if it happens. Homie, that was freaking that was Sal, Holmes. It's not me with the damn cats. I don't like cats, man. What's up, Sal? What's up, Faith Ford? Okay. The time's a little weird. I don't know why they're doing it at 4, maybe to try to make it an hour or two early to try to get John Ryder's fan base to watch as well. Do you guys give John Ryder any chance in this, man? David?
No, I don't. You know what? I mean, you always have that lucky punch, that Hail Mary. I don't see it on this one. I don't see an easy fight either for Canelo. What I'm worried about is Canelo hurting that hand again. Because this guy, he takes a punch. He's never been down. I don't believe he's ever been down. I mean, he fought Caleb Smith, and that fight was 50-50. You know what I mean? This dude can fight. And I don't see it being an easy fight. I see a knockout. I agree with you, Mike, but I see it 8, 9, and 10, a knockout. But I see the first 3 or 4 rounds, he's going to hit Canelo, and Canelo's going to hit him. It's not going to be an easy fight, but I can't see him winning, no.
David, if does Canelo have to win by knockout, in your opinion?
I don't think he needs to win by knockout. I mean, he's still going to fight Bivol. He's the one that holds all the cards, but I think he will win by knockout. Now, if he hurts his hand, I don't see Canelo quitting. I see Canelo going all 12 rounds with a broken hand and not knocking him out. If he doesn't knock him out, it's because he hurt his hand. And they're not going to tell us, but we're going to be able to tell because he's only shooting with the left.
Mikey, does Ryder stand a chance? And if Canelo doesn't win, if he goes all 12 rounds and he wins by decision, is it a little bit of a letdown? I think
I seen a little bit of highlights of Ryder. His inside game is it's the same thing. He's a banger. Like I said, he reminds me of James Kirkland. He goes in there, but it's the same thing. It's really the same thing. He's a banger. He just comes forward. You got to have a lot of tricks. You got to feint uppercuts, changing levels with Canelo. If you're just doing the same thing the whole fight, same thing with, oh man, Canelo's gonna pick you apart. He's gonna pick you apart. He's gonna throw some fakes at you, gather information. Nah, man, you're gonna run into something you don't see. He has to get a knockout. He has to look phenomenal to shut all the critics that he's not the face. He's not pound for pound number one. Everything, because he's the face of boxing, and he's gonna knock him out, man. He's gonna knock him out. I believe so. And if he doesn't, his hand's still hurting. But nah, I think he's gonna knock him out, either a body shot or to the top, however you want it. And Canelo's little nephew, he's gonna fight in the undercard. Someone put that. Oh man, he's fired. That little kid's fired, man.
What's his name? Is his name Gabriel Golas Valenzuela? Do you know?
No, it's Alvarez. Something Alvarez. ¿Cómo se llama ese güey? Alvarez. Something Alvarez.
You know what?
He's
looking
on the
at
undercard.
Well, looking. I don't see I'm looking at the undercard. All the whole undercard. I don't. Oh yeah, Johansson, Alvarez, Juarez.
Johansson. Yeah, Johansson.
That's him. Okay, 6
He's
rounds.
fired.
Yeah.
That little kid's fired.
Is he really?
Yeah, he fought like Canelo.
Yeah,
Oh,
really?
That's okay.
That's in the prelims. That's in the
prelims.
So it's not in the pay-per-view card. It's in the actual prelims before that.
Oh, okay. But, I'm gonna be definitely watching him.
I'm gonna tell you guys this, man. Okay, does he have to get a knockout? Obviously, no, he doesn't have to get a knockout. But man, just psychologically, he has to get a knockout. He has to stop John Ryder. He has to. If this goes all to decision, and even if he wins unanimously, like he's got to come back and make a statement, man. For one, I don't think this fight sells more than the Ryan and Tank fight. That's one.
No.
I don't think it's going to sell more. But he has to make a statement. He has to. If he doesn't, yeah, he still wins. And like I said, he doesn't have to. Pero you're Canelo, dog. You're Canelo, man. You're back. You know, your time off is not like fighters that take time off when they're not saying they're taking time off. Like, it's different. Canelo is on another level, man, because he put himself on another level. It's like, my hand is hurt. I got to have surgery on it. And you're back and fighting more than somebody else that has not announced that they're taking time off. It's just like just waiting for a fight. Like, you're more active than a lot of these fools, man. You're Canelo. You know, come back. I get it. John Ryder is not, you know, he's a gladiator, man. He's a pretty damn good fighter. You got to stop him though, man. You're Canelo. If you don't, am I going to come on and trash you? No, I'm not. I'm definitely not, man, because you do much more than a lot of these other dudes, man, that talk a big game doing boxing. And I do want to see him back in September. I hope his hand holds up. I hope his hand is 100%, because if he gets hurt again, then we probably don't see him probably till maybe December, you know, maybe even next year, which I know in boxing today, that probably doesn't mean a lot to a lot of other punk ass fighters, man, that just stay out of the ring, but it means a lot to Canelo. And to all the haters, you know, they could keep on hating, but hey, man, hey, dog, he's doing it. You know, he's doing much more, man. So I'm glad.
Hey, Ed.
Yes.
Ed, before I forget, did you know that him and his 6 brothers won a big award, I think on Wednesday or Tuesday, for by the what is it, the
Guinness Book of Records?
Guinness Book of World Records. They actually went and they gave them the award because they're the first ever in the history of boxing that's, I believe, 6 brothers, right? They all fought at the same. Yeah, they all fought at the same night in different venues. So they broke this world record, and they don't think it'll ever be broken again. 6 brothers fighting professionally in the same night.
That is badass, man. That is badass.
Yeah.
Needs a KO. Chale. Canelo has nothing to prove. I agree with you, Raider. He has nothing to prove. It's just coming back and just making a statement. That is all. That is all. If he wins, he wins. But I mean, coming back and getting a sensational knockout, that's just, I mean, just putting it back out there, man. You can't compare him to Benavidez. Other people will do that, but you can't compare him to Benavidez, man. Canelo is on a level by himself right now.
Yeah.
You know, so that's all I'm saying. Hey, guys, before we wrap it up, this fight, okay, you know, when fights happen, you know, the UK guys, they love their boxing too. Okay, when fights happen here in the good old US of A, baby, right? You got flags flying from both areas. This fight is happening in Jalisco, right? In Guadalajara, in Mexico. How many UK flags do you think you're going to see flying in there?
None.
No?
At the event.
At the event.
Yeah, they're gonna be there.
Yeah,
You
they're
think they're
gonna
gonna be there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna be there.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 maybe, or
Okay.
two.
You don't think the Europeans they have a chance to go to Mexico and watch a fight and go on vacation? They love Mexico. I think that they're gonna go deep. No, I don't. You guys don't think so?
Oh yeah, they're
To
gonna
support
be
the
deep.
men?
I don't
You
see
know
them
what,
flying
man?
flags. They're gonna be there deep.
I
Okay.
don't know, man. See, that's what I keep on pondering. I'm not sure. I'm sure maybe
I
they
didn't think about that.
I'm sure they show up. I'm sure they're there. I'm just not sure if they're going to be flying their flags, man, and really rallying up the way they do. I don't know if they're going to feel safe to be flying their flags and maybe they are, man. It was just something. It was just a thought. I had a conversation with somebody earlier today. I don't know if they're going to be all loud and proud like that. I'm sure they're going to be there. I just don't know if they're going to be there, you know, in full force with their flags and chanting, man. So
You know what? You know, thinking about that, when you see them like the World Cup in Mexico, I mean, people show up with the flags and they're chanting for their country. So yeah, maybe. And I think the Mexican fans are going to respect them. They're going to beat the crap out of them. I think they're going to respect them and say, yeah, go ahead, grita cabrón. You know, it's going to be one of those. But Canelo's going to knock them out anyways. But, you know, maybe, yeah. I don't see the Mexicanos beating them up or taking them out for, you know, chanting, you know, England or something. Yeah, I don't see it. Maybe. You never know.
Yeah, there's still more going on in the sport of boxing, but that's what we're gonna call it. I'm gonna go to the movies, man. I'm right now with my son. I'm gonna go check out the George Foreman movie. Are you guys gonna?
It came out,
yeah. It came out, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna check that out, and I'm gonna drop a review of that movie. I love George Foreman, I really do.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go. It starts in about an hour. If you guys are watching this live. So we're gonna go and check that out. David, Mike, you guys gonna check that movie out?
Oh, no doubt, man. Yes.
Yeah. Cholo,
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I don't know.
Yeah, me too.
Raider, no, I haven't, man. I haven't sold my El Camino yet. I took it out for a cruise the other day, and I'm like, man, do I really want to sell it? I don't know, man. Low riding is great. What's up, Major Key? But with that, anything else, gentlemen, before we wrap it up?
Hey, brother, have Major Key reach out to me. I live in Apollo Beach in Tampa Bay. He's in Orlando. First time I see somebody from over here, he's an hour and a half from me. So please reach out to me, Major Key. We'll get together, smoke a cigar, have a beer, talk boxing, whatever you want to do in Orlando. David Contreras.
Yeah, I like Major Key's channel, man. He does some pretty good stuff.
I'll look him up.
Hey, Mikey, anything else, dog, before we wrap it up, Hums?
Nah, man, just can't wait to see the fight. It's gonna be a crazy show. Everyone stay tuned, and then we're gonna break it down, man. Check me out, Mike Angelino Boxing. Check me out with Dave and Cholo on Wednesdays in Spanish, and Fridays right here with both of my partners right here, man.
Oh, hey, brother, let me make one quick announcement. You guys approved it. Now we got to jump them in, Cholo. We got, that was a good one, man. We got Big Sal Carrillo, the boxing guru. Every Wednesday, he's going to start joining us on our channel, our Spanish broadcast. So please, man, we got the boxing guru as part of those Cuatro Chingones on Wednesdays. And then on Fridays, we got Los Tres Chingones. So, man, we're looking forward. I like Sal a lot. He's hilarious, and he knows his boxing. Right, guys?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now the question I have: are we gonna jump them in and at the Munguia fight? What are we gonna do?
Yeah, we gotta think of something in the Munguia fight.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think that's
man.
awesome.
So
Yeah.
as we get closer to that fight, we'll definitely drop some more information on that. But that is my man David Contreras. That is Mike Zavala from Mike Angelino Boxing. Cholo Trucker, Los Tres Chingones Boxing, man. Whatever you guys do this weekend, be safe doing it so we could come back and do it again. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Enjoy yourselves. I will be doing a carne asada mañana, enjoying everything, man, that's going to be on television. It's like an overload, but it's great. We're blessed, man. Catch you guys on the next round.
Órale.